Respect the new classics. He said it's too drastic. Nigga, you have blue eyes. I said no. Maybe when I'm too high and maybe in them contacts, but I don't get the record contract or AccuV. He says it's glad to see you. My dad was never there, so I guess I should be very scared, but I wasn't. Because I told my cousin that. He says, Niko, you don't have to use it, you just have to adapt. Natural selection back to my irrational perception. And maybe just internationally known. Like back on the microphone, like it's the old school, maybe I prefer Logic over Pro Tools. He says, how can you not? And I said, understand it, because I have to. You're playing on the building block. And I guess that we're just chilling and we're thinking like we did it with Mr. Lot, or the eyebrows, but I guess I gotta make the headlines regardless. He says the artist, and I said, no, he is a novice. Maybe he could watch it and he'll have all of these problems. I was never good at math, so I really can't solve them. I'll give you a solution, theory of evolution. How I used to be smaller than I was a couple years ago, but then I progressed. And he says, Niko, all these things you need to get off your chest. You need to think of all the things that all leave you depressed. And I said, leave it how it's leave it, because nonetheless, I love it and I love the stress. I love it because I don't need it. And he says, why are your eyes always burgundy? Because Mother Earth thinks the world of me. And I guess that they just heard of me. They said it's a state of emergency. Doesn't matter where you're staying. But I guess it's just an urgency. And I guess that I'm delaying all the sound. And I guess that I am muffling my voice. And he says it's so comfortable. What is the choice? He says that it doesn't matter because we take it and we just see it. And he says everything that you say is just too much conceited. And I don't want to take it because I think that you're anemic, because your bloodline isn't thick enough for you to see it. You don't want to see the reason because you don't really need the breathing. You just need your body, your mind, spirit, maybe. He says, I need to fuel it and I just need to get my hesitation down. And he says, understand the medications pass around, the Vicodin, vitamins. That's what happens when you break your arm, and you gotta embrace me from harm and take me from this way, cause I just got crazy charm. You want some metaphors? Let's take it there. But I don't know why, cause I did that when I was in daycare. And he says, when you were 6 years old, reciting Shakespeare, to be or not to be in key or not to be in key, like C. And he says, well, I'm in G. And I said, then you're not playing the same tune as me. And he says, maybe I just really need some room to breathe, cause musically they say what they do to me. And I said, usually it's beautiful, cause it's mutual between us, not no foolish greed. I am not the person that I used to be. Now if you see it well, when I used to be a gangster, I used to feed the hell. I used to want to thank everybody for telling me that I'm not compulsive enough, conspicuous, seen, lyricist, but I guess it's just me. It's something that is different and I never want to be. But if I don't want to be, then that means that I don't really want to see. When I am in the ocean, I guess at the potion, love number 3. Remember the movie when it was in '83? And he used to hate on me, but basically we'll do it every day of the week. So how can we not do it? I can't even stay on the beat. So if I can't stay on it, then I won't even stay on the street. And maybe I'll wake on the beach and awake right by the shell. And Niko, you can't think of anybody else but yourself. And my mother comes in and says, well, he looks just like me. Well, that's why every single guy just wants to fight me, because he says Niko is an asshole. Niko's Donnie Brasco. Niko needs to have his head in a wood chopper. That's not the name of it, but I guess that I should look for something proper. Remember that Reservoir Dogs when I had it? Oh, it was a vice. I just remembered it, but I guess that I should just use it for advice. No room to self-analyze. E todo mundo tá falando que não sabe de mim, não quer mais perguntar. Nem todo mundo tá falando as coisas que sabe que ele vai olhar. Tá olhando lá pro céu, eu sou réu e não sou juiz. Todo mundo já me fala que eu quero rir. Olha meu nariz, tá apontando pra todo mundo. Tá aberto pra ver. Se não quer saber de mim, então não pergunta pra ser. Todo mundo tá perguntando, ei, cabelo, todo curly, cabeleira. A droga. Maybe I'm just fueled by this intention, or maybe everything I say is just too pretentious. Like I don't know why I electrify every one of my 5 senses, but I think I have close to 9 now. Cause I am on my cloud, and I don't want to think about this cause I'm like Dwight Eisenhower flying 5 miles an hour right beside the cars and they dropped. Maybe they want to tell me I'm a higher power, but I guess that I just interlock and intertwine and interweb with the internet. And he says, Niko, you need a silhouette, you need to find a cigarette, but only a smelly cigarette. Only one of those type of cigarettes that look like bamboo sticks. You know you want to understand it, but I don't know why, cause you sick. I took a chick to the back to give me flowers, she gave me tulips. She says that I'm the power, and I guess that I just make music. And he says every time I take it, I just don't want to be useless. And Josh said, look at my brown eyes, they are translucent. And you can see everything you wanted, you can see a man through it. And he says, why understand? Cause you're like Fu Manchu. Well, maybe it's just me and I don't have 2 left shoes. But if I did, then I would walk that way, and then my soul's all nice and poltergeist, and my flow is nice, and I'm cold as ice, and I guess that I do it like this, and I owe, and I know, and I roll, and I know, but I brace myself like I overbuy, and my orthodontist was too expensive, so I guess that I should just move you, and I should confuse your senses, like it's like the type when you used to go to high school high. Yeah. But I don't even want to try to be like you guys. Cause I am not 19 anymore. I need Visine and my tight jeans are really tight. You can see my nuts breathing in the lights. And doesn't need to be, cause it's natural specifications, a natural adaptation of all of mine. He says you can't have a revolution if you can't have an evolution. So I guess I said that I'm proving that I am different. To the claim with the curly hair. And he says, Niko, I don't understand why you have the purple beard. Maybe because it's easy and maybe there's a circle jerk. We all should do circle jerks until you can come nearer than each other and just bust all over the floor. And he says, why can't you just have all that stuff on the door? Cause I don't want to have all of that come on me no more. And he says, why you want to come on me? Why are you coming on me for? Maybe we should go take a walk, or maybe we should take a ride, and maybe we should take something in this godforsaken sky. Cause one time I told God that I would paint the sky, and he says that's why you don't believe in religion, since the amazing guy when he's high with a lazy eye, and I try cause I lay lie. And he says you are like Lady Diana, whiplash. That's what she died from, but I guess spit that, rip this, and give me back this shit, cause this shit's whack. Saline solution for my eyes, I just need it, and I just don't need to be monotone as everybody else sees it. You're always in the same melody, and maybe that's because I'm Motorcycle Diaries leprosy, and you can't touch me. You want to see something funny? Call your peoples. I have my own pizzeria, and it's called Niko's. Look, I'm joking. Look, really, I really have it. And fuck it, that was just really a bad habit. It's about me going back there and trying to have my own tax bracket so I can claim these people as my dependents and as my kids. And he just says, Niko, I don't understand because your defense mechanism is a little bit too much for me. It's supply and demand. Maybe they could try out fly to Japan. Maybe I don't know because you're not as big as my hand and my mind cannot fit in it. So I guess that I should just stand and I'd sit down and I'd see that Douglas Adams showed me I should hitchhike through the breeze. And I should just walk through the seas and I should just talk of my sunlight, and everything. They want to tell me, Niko, you're 21 by Bud Light, and I don't know why, because I love it, and I just want to tell you I love life, because I go to sleep with bug bites, and I wake up and you see my eye, and he says, what are you saying? I don't know, but you're semen. That's what you were when you were inside of your mother. That's why I have discovered that I have no brothers, I have no family either. I'm just saying, goddamn it, man, because I got Franklin's just like Aretha. Well, I'm a big-ass woman, I got the weight of the world on my shoulders, just like her. But she got it on her calf muscles. And that's back to love you, and I love you, cause give me a black duffel full of money and full of drugs. You know, I'll flip it and give it to the black people who know what to do with it. Cause I can't do anything with it, cause I am too cute. And he says, I don't understand, Niko, you need to start your own group. You need to spark it up, and you need to spark it up, and you just need to shoot. This is before the drugs. After the drugs, it'll be really cool. It'll be like a photo shoot, oh so cute. Me and Norman are boring. I call Lauren at 4 in the morning. She says that there was a storm, so that's why it took you long to come. But you don't know that I'm on for one. And he says, are you on drugs? No, but I should be on one right now. And he says, why? You up in your own cloud? I don't know. You want to see me gangster turn around? That's how I look before. When I used to have that gun with Joey right there, you know, Joey was right there. I still have nightmares about having 4 XTs. And I wake up with them and they say it's a disease. Because I talk about the environmental seas and I talk about global warming. So people don't believe it, but they don't understand that the environmental is the reason why we're all in decline. We're in decline because it's fine, like Einstein in his prime time drinking dry wine. That's not me. You're filming the wrong guy. I'm the guy on the left. So I guess that I am not right enough, but I guess I'm stressed. But fuck, it doesn't matter, because that was me at my worst, and this is me at my best. Believe that I will released to the press from the east to the west. I'm a beast in the flesh. You want to say it, but you're obsessed with me. It's a disease that I have. It's a disease that I speak. Acid reflex on my brain.